What's up everyone, this is Yasser Ali, and in today's video I have a little cup team for you. I tried it on my live stream and I had like a very good success. I think I had like 3-4 ones. The team doesn't have any bronzor, which is a good bonus for this team, you know, like everyone's complaining about the bronzor. And I find out that you can play this cup without having a bronzor, not just a bronzor, without having an XL bronzor. The team is basically triple answers to bronzor. Vulpix with I'm running the Shadow Vulpix because I have one from Elemental Cup, and I think if you have a non-Shadow Vulpix, that's much better. And then I have Celio with Lick, of course, and Alolan and Shrew. All of them beat Cottony, all of them beat Bronzor technically, you know, with energy lead somehow. You don't have any bad matchup. Two of them can beat Dino, and for Vulpix can beat Dino in the one because you get to 2 body slams before they get to 2 body slams. So technically this team has a decent coverage. Maybe you don't have the best bulk, but you have a decent Pokemon. You have like a hard hitting on fast move. Vulpix has a decent bulk. I think it's the bulkiest fire Pokemon. Seal is, I think, the third bulkiest Pokemon Little Cup. And Sandshrew has a steel typing. That's enough. It has Borderless No Night Slash. So you do super effective to Cottony and Dino, and you resist Confusion, and you have Night Slash. And if you get a boost, I think that's a GG. You know what? Without further ado, let's go and watch the battles. And here is the first one. Into Bronzor himself. So, you can see this is the reason why Bronzor is so broken. Look, Confusion is doing more damage than super effective Ember. The good thing about Vulpix is it has like a decent charge moves. It has Body Slam and Wither Ball. Literally the best charge moves you can ask for in this cup. And look at that thing. Like, it's much healthier than me. My Vulpix. So they swapped into Celio. I was kind of late on the swap, and I don't want to insta swap as well, because if I insta swap, I will be like 1 lick behind, which means that they will debuff me before I get to debuff them. That Body Slam did so much damage, to be honest. Like, none of the charge moves from Celio here does that amount of charge move. So the thing about Seal Mir, you have to throw 2 Icy Winds to debuff the Lick, so the Lick will be doing 1 damage instead of 2 damage. So if you're playing the Celio Mir, throw 2 Icy Winds and then Aqua Tail after. So here in the, I think I could, yeah, here I could farm all the way down, so there was no reason to throw, and I can debuff the Bronzor if they brought him back. Okay, I didn't go for the debuff because I was so debuffed. I think I should have just debuff, you know. There was no reason to not do that, and I threw the other one. Okay, this is questionable. I mean, because if I threw yeah, there's an argument to be made. If I throw the Icy Wind, I don't get to 2 Aqua Tails. So, I don't need to shield this anymore. So, I'm just relying on them having a Pokemon that lose to Sandshrew. And at that point, I don't think they have an answer to fire because they already revealed their Pokemon. So, at this point, I don't care about what they have in the back. You know why? Because it just lose to Sandshrew. Sandshrew doesn't have the best bulk, but it has Steel typing. That's enough. So look at this. Another reason why Cottony is broken, like, I'm doing super effective damage, taking neutral damage, and we're literally both at the same health. Look at this. Both at the same health. That's why Bronzor, Cottony the best core in this cup. And we left this matchup with enough energy to throw another move on the Bronzor, and GG to my opponent. I think I played that matchup as good as I can. And we managed to get a win versus one of the most BBML teams in that cup. Vulpix into Volibee. I don't know about this matchup, but I'm just gonna swap out. You know why? Why, yes, sir. Okay. I just want to swap out because people tend always to bring in the Bronzor if they do have it. So I'm just trying to, you know, it's like, okay, I swapped, you can bring in your counter, but technically nothing hard answer Celio in this cup. Celio is just like, the only thing that had answered it is Cottony with Razor Leaf, and no one runs Razor Leaf. That's a good advantage. So I tried to call the bait here for no reason. I assumed I left it, and turns out that Pokemon does so much damage. So now I have no idea what to do because I didn't shield. I mean, I cannot go down shields. So I'm just gonna go for the full farm down, and they actually get to a move here. Sandshrew again doesn't have the best bulk. This Side Shock is resisted, but still does so much damage because Pokemon's heat cannot tank. The only Pokemon that can tank moves is Bronzor himself. Maybe why not? You can argue about that. Okay, this is a bad Pokemon in the back, but I have so much energy. I need a boost. If I don't need a boost, I might be in a tough situation. So let's see how the opponent is gonna decide to play it. I think the opponent is already at a Bubble Beam, almost. That did nothing. So I'm just gonna try to throw the Night Slash as soon as possible. I think this is a CMP. This Sandshrew, I think I get a shiny one from Community Day and it's like rank 9. So I was like, why would you use a Bronzer when you can, you know, just use a shiny Pokemon? So now they don't have a shield. Technically, the Wither Ball is gonna do enough damage to KO the Volibee. And it almost KO'd. That thing is actually a beast. Like, tanking a neutral move in Little Cub is huge. You know, Wither Ball from a Shadow Pokemon and did like less than 50%. Yeah, Volibee is a decent Pokemon. If you have, you know, a level 15 traded one, you can get it to that cup, to this cup. Moving into the next battle, Vulpix into Dino. This is a tough matchup. Dino is kind of a code breaker to my team. And I swapped, here's another code breaker. That thing just literally beat everything in this team. This team doesn't have any answer to the Sandshrew. You know why? Because it does super effective to 2 Pokemons and the third one doesn't beat it because it doesn't have a stab fast move pressure. It has Lick, which is not good enough. So now I have to go Celio. And I wish... So look at this. They have 2 moves. So I have to shield both of them. And I'm relying on the fact that they don't have a Bronzer, because if they had a Bronzer, they would have brought it in already. So, let's see. Bone Club. I can tank one. I tried to throw in the middle. Okay, is that a Drowsy? What does Drowsy beat my opponent? I don't think... Yeah, I think this is kind of a questionable Pokemon from my opponent. That was a very bad timing by me. I tried to go for a Deny, even though Deny doesn't give me anything. And I didn't get the Deny, and I ended up like needing to throw another Ember. So look at this. If I didn't go for the Deny, I would have actually been able to get to the... I would have been able to get to the Body Slam, which is gonna do enough damage to KO the Dino. Now, I'm gonna throw this move here, and I'm gonna rely on out spamming the Mud Boy. And I wasn't able. So if I KO'd if I threw in a better timing, I would have been able to win this matchup. And this is why I like this cup so far, because it can, you know, you can learn more stuff about about gauging how much a charge move is gonna do based on the fast move pressure. So you can manage to gauge, you know, which is a good skill to have in this game. You know, if you can gauge how much, like for example, let's say the opponent's gonna throw a charge move, and you were able to gauge that this move is not able to get to KO you, and you would be able to live with like 2% HP, and then you would still be able to throw a charge move. That's some high skill gameplay, and I've seen it a lot. So I would like, you know, to improve in that skill specifically. So they had Cottony. Cottony again doesn't have the best play versus my team. So I'm just gonna throw the Body Slam and then swap out. So let's see. I get outspammed here, but I have to rely on the fact to KO this thing before it does KO me. But the thing is, they got to a move before they faint. And it was Mud Bomb, and I had to shield. They have the Celio here. Hopefully they go for the Icy Wind because it's double resisted. Okay, they threw the Aqua Tail, which is... Okay, this is not fine. Now, I need a boost. Let's see. I have so much energy. I should get the boost, okay? Why? Because I'm gonna throw so many charge moves, and the boost is 35%. If I'm correct. No, it's a 12%. Yes, sir. Stop scamming people. Hey, it's a 12%. And I was able to because I got the boost. The boost won me the game. No, it didn't, because I had enough charge moves to throw and KO that thing. But it helped me to finish the game faster. This is a code breaker here. Here's another code breaker, guys. I don't have anything to beat the Chinchou. So the only way to beat it is by going down a shield. Look at this. I don't have anything that hits that thing for a neutral or super effective damage. Yeah, Thunderbolt, super effective. Lick, neutral. Aqua Tail, resisted. Icy Wind, resisted. Okay, so we managed to debuff their attack, so their fast move is not doing that much damage, you know, because it's debuffed. But still, you need to debuff it twice to decrease it from being super effective to being neutral. Now, the good thing is that they have Drifloon, so the Lick is going to do enough damage. I know that they should be shielding this. There's no way they call this bait. Yep. And I'm just going to insta-throw it, and they were able to get to this. There is an argument to be made on shielding this move because I can get the shield back. But I don't want to. And somehow I went on the... Yeah, I went the fire Pokemon because I just want to get some use out of it. So now, look at this. I know I can get to 2 moves before they do get to 2 moves. Why? Because Power does not generate more energy than Smackdown. So I'm just going to get to 2 moves and then throw them back to back. Okay, first move, shielded. Second move, they don't have a shield and it should KO. Okay, now they have 1 Pokemon that do neutral, fast move that doesn't do anything but it's a super effective move. Okay, now I'm playing the Munchlax. He's a streamer, one of the content creators. Make sure to give him a follow. And he's playing Dino. I know that Munchlax always play the best core with a solid generalist in the back. So the good thing about Sandshrew is that it has a positive matchup versus everything in the top 10 on PvPoke. So I insta-swap to it because I know that he's going to play the best team in the league, which is Dino, Bronzor, and a Steel in the back, or a Cottony. All of those don't have a solid answer to Sandshrew. So he swapped to Bronzor, I swapped to Sandshrew. He answered my swap by bringing in his Bronzor. Bronzor can get a shield advantage here, but you know what? I get a boost. So now I'm just going to throw the moment I get to 2 moves. He get to his move. I have so much energy, so I have to shield this. So I'm going to get to 2 moves and then throw them back to back. I threw on denying and I did deny. So if I don't deny, I have to swap out. So yeah, throw them back to back. He shielded once. I still have the second one. Now he's either going to bring in his Dino or the other Pokemon. So look at this. That boost double boosted Night Slash killed the Dino. So I know that Dino has a crunch. Celio is a beast. Celio can tank moves easy. Look at this. So I'm going to go for the full farm down. He has his own Sandshrew, a Man of Culture. So Dino double steal. And I have a fire Pokemon that can kill that thing in 1 fast move, 2 fast moves. And GG Munchlax, always get the battle, you my friend. Moving into the next battle, let's see. Vulpix into Meowth. And they brought in Bodily Loin. I don't know what that thing has. So I'm just shielding. I literally have no idea what that thing has. Night Slash, I'm like... They are doing so much damage from fast move, so I thought this is kind of like maybe they have some fighting attack move. I don't know. So I shielded somehow for no reason. And I threw Night Slash, I didn't KO. And I left them. I went down to shield. But the good thing is that I have so much energy. I can still grab a shield here and have better alignment. So he no shielded the first one. Now he has to shield if he wanna live this matchup. He has a steal. I'm just gonna insta swap to Celio because that thing has scratch and something that I don't care about. I'm not throwing. I should be throwing the debuff move. Why? Because he just brought in his Pokemon. But at this point, I think I'm throwing the Aqua Tail just because I know that Vulpix is gonna be able to finish this game. Why? One, because both of his Pokemon take super effective from fire. My Pokemon is Shadow, and it's gonna be able to just fast move down everything. So I finally went for the Icy Wind. And yeah, Shelmet is a good Pokemon because it's spammy. I think you get to a move every 4 seconds and a half, 4 seconds and a half, then 4 seconds, 4 seconds and a half, something like this. And yeah, GG to my opponent. This team is very solid. You know, if you don't have a bronze, you don't need a Bronzor to play this cup. This is a very solid team that look at this. Opponent swapped into another bug that takes super effective damage from Vulpix. But there is no reason for me to swap out. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna count to 4. If they don't faint, I'm just gonna go to Celio. And we were able to kill it in 4. So there is no reason to swap. I am loaded on energy. I think the opponent has only one play, which is top left. They have one mod shot. So at this point, Celio is literally gonna be the safest Pokemon. They no shielded a Shadow Wooper. This is a mistake, my friend. You always shield Shadow Wooper. Why? Because you spend so much dust on that Pokemon. That's 1. 2, Shadow Wooper is very frail, even though it's level 40, but it's still a frail Pokemon. So, if you use it in your team, you just shield Wooper. You don't shield Shelmet because Shelmet has decent bulk. Wooper doesn't have any bulk. Yep, here comes the Icy Wind, which is going to debuff the recharge moves at this point. I don't think they do have a play because they still cannot kill my Vulpix. I was debating whether I should swap or stay in. They threw, which is a good scenario for me, you know. I threw here. It's not the best timing to throw on, but I was going for the desync CMP. They still swapped and caught the Wither Ball on Wooper, but it doesn't matter because this is enough to KO it, and that thing cannot kill Wooper. I mean, by cannot kill it, cannot win the game for them. Like, just Shadow, super effective fast move damage is already a lot in this cup. Okay, moving into the next battle. I think there is 2 more battles. Is the first one, and it's Wooper into a dark Pokemon. They swapped out. Okay, at this point I had a lag, so I don't know how much they do have, so somehow I didn't shield. Why? Because I know I can still get to a second move without shielding. And that's 1, 2. I just want to try to... I should be able to throw that charge move. Somehow, I think I paused for 1 turn, which is preventing me from living that. I can go Vulpix and just farm it all the way down. Also, I can just go Celio and get lots of energy. Hopefully, they don't throw the poison move. They go for a crunch and I don't get a debuff, which was what I got. So now my Celio is loaded. So let's see what they have. They have Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is not the greatest Pokemon here, yet it beats the Mud Boys, which counters the Bronzor. Yes, also it beats the Charmander, but that's it. If you want to beat the Charmers and the Mud Boys, just run Celio. Just run Alolan Sandslash. You don't need a Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is decent in Elemental Cub, which is another variant of Little Cub, where it's only fire, water, and grass Pokemons. Now they brought in the Bulbasaur. I think I can fast move it down. There is no reason for me to throw any charge move at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they died with the move. GG to my opponent. And moving into the last battle. Vulpix into something, and they swapped into Drifloon. Yeah, sometimes when you lag at the beginning, you can't just see, because I didn't see what they had, you know. The opponent actually played it in a smart way, where they go for the Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball does a lot. Icy Wind is resisted, doesn't do any damage. So this is actually a good play by them. It's also benefit me because they don't have lots of health to farm. I went for the Icy Wind, which is actually the play, because I want to debuff the confusion so it doesn't do that much damage to my fire Pokemon, because that thing is so broken, so bulky. The confusion would literally do more damage than... So, Wooper into Sandshrew. I don't win this. But if I can call a Body Slam, I can actually win it. So, I know that they are at 1. If I double shield and I shield a Body Slam, I lose. If I no shield a Body Slam, I win. So I decided to no shield here. And they threw the Body Slam, which is good for me. I don't think it's worth it for the opponent to bait. Why? Because one move is resisted, one move is super effective. One does almost 90% damage, while the other one does 30% damage. The difference is only one fast move, so it's not worth it to do that. Why? Because it's not worth it. Why it's not worth it? Because you don't you get to, the reward is big by killing the Pokemon. The risk, it's not worth it, because if I call it, you just lose, you know. And they had an advantage. So they didn't take the advantage of their advantage. Look at that thing, tanking a super effective wither ball like a Chad. And that was the last battle. I think this is the end of the battles. And yeah, that's the end of the video. If you like the team, feel free to test it out and let us know how did you do in the comment section below. If you're new to that channel, make sure to subscribe. If you like the video, make sure to give it a like. That's the end of the video, and see you in the next one. Peace.